yebe kai abranche Charles Amissah na oye juma ewo Promasido ewo industrial area abranche ifrimu ya hit and run abra oti ni motor so wo cycle car ebo no ema oto form ema ambulance be fa no all the major hospitals in Ghana ye the abranche ichirimu ba bia ye nya bed amfa ma no ma abranche ifrimu ya 29 years old ni picture and that so no and the funeral arrangement ni ade and so and that screens no so no na ene so hu funeral poster na burial service Friday 27th February 2026 quickly no ya the mobile call funeral grounds ho and yema esisi wo ho how the whole place was like omo be kasa ye ni ma me so edin sem tudwa ema asem no ye ne ya osofo so a oye ohwe ye ma asori ne ekoso Reverend R.I.P eso de nsem etudwa ewo honom enti akoya rehosem ewo ehonom pa me can say a lot of people are not really happy with what happened now. On our screens, Accra mourned 29-year-old Charles Amissah, killed in a hit and run at Kwame Nkrumah Circle. His funeral drew family, friends, and colleagues highlighting grief and anger over unanswered questions. The tragedy exposed failures in emergency healthcare as Amissah was moved between hospitals for hours before dying. Korle Teaching Hospital has interdicted staff pending investigation. His death has become a rallying point for calls to strengthen healthcare systems and demand accountability, turning grief into a push for reform. Any updates now? Yes, indeed. Korle Teaching Hospital, they already know interdicted some health workers are investigations go so say then ye dia branch e ba ye mo anhwe na mo ansoso anu mpo kakra amfa ama no ewo homa abranche no eko free mu ewo ehonom. Now a lot of people are also talking say abranche yi way is a wake up call for road users. Say mo hwe mu ye how we drive. Don't drink and drive. When you are tired, get some rest. Any day. Quickly, we'll put that on our screens and then we'll go through it. Say, it should be a wake-up call because driving now, we'll text it. People will drink and then baby on tiase. And no any and some amount for the donor at the air to just say a wake-up call. Quickly, young call the funeral grounds. Na yenhwe enema ekoso ho we have series of videos omo kasa here then finally ni ma men nsem wo kan di twato eno so ye de bema mo ti yenko funeral grounds on emra sisi. All right, so that was some of the scenes from the funeral grounds honoma there are so many other series of videos before I call past Reverend R.I.P nensem or the tuja ni akwakohwe any mame nsemo or the tuja a lot of family members friends ne co-workers are free Promasido omu nyina be pm ewo honom a ekoye arehosem ewo honom and on your screens also Charles Amissah's death should also be a wake up call for all of us to be responsible road users. Don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. Let's all use this to commit to be responsible road users. That is the update. I'm for the donor serve as a wake up call to a year or more driving a year Accra has say. And on your screens, some of the family members and omo a because a 29 years old, young, vibrant, young man, engineer. Na we free mu ya sano na akoye arehosem wo honom a amanfo dodo na omo era ho ne co-workers on be pie mu wo honom ne church members nso on be pie mu wo honom ewo Adenta House and down omo enso na omo ra ho ewo ho so on your screens e bi na twagu no you could see young men crying, family members nso so omo ashe black and white omo so omo esu ewo honom akoye arehosem ewo ho Charles Amissah 29 years old e be to dwa se wa yira ye hwehwe no e be pie msa branche ye from yema busuafo nyina yakọ ene hyeden ewo eho no mo enti quickly no ye rekọ ne akotie Reverend Cyril Crab on nsam to dwa say no bed syndrome enka okọ hospital no yenya baby kra de ne to yes enka o mumfa ne to ha na yenhwe no ya na yem manage situation no kakra say de bia ye betimi sustain no for further treatment ka branch no ho beto no. So one key thing Reverend Cyril Crab can ye echirimu no bed no bed syndrome was the final idea eku Charles Amissah ewo ehonum ema ne koyare hosem osanso cite examples examples of amount for currently omo akwa hu ye some of them are being discharged because ye hia bed ne the amount for fufuro amoma beda bed ne so. Ti quickly ni yanko tie Reverend Cyril Crab ne nsem o de to dwa ye ba ne akotie ni ma me tribute no na ye de ato aso ho de amam yanko ne mra sese.
How many of us will be truthful to ourselves that we have even knocked somebody down and have fled, even by our mirror, and we careless to go back and go and check what has happened to the person? I am angry in my spirit, and that's why I said drivers should stand up. The birds were the last resort of killing. As I stand here, I can highlight just three, that the birds ended up killing. As I talk to you, there is a 26-year-old boy whose car somersaulted 6 times. And when he was pulled out, he had a spine shift, taken to Ridge Hospital. After 3 months, Ridge said the boy should go home and go and continue treatment. How can a boy who cannot even stretch the hands continue treatment in Sogakope? And that is why I said I came here to make you more angry. There is a woman who was lying at the trauma center 3 years ago, lying on a bed in an hospital. The hospital command gave authority that he should be taken out and be dropped by a junction to be feasted upon by ants. And she died from the hospital, trauma hospital. And the last one, 37, a man called Apia, November. His pictures were all over the place. Apia went to 37. 37 gave the pictures across that they cannot keep him there. He has to be taken out. Accident victim support, we went there. Solicited for pampers and all that. The person was taken to Central Destitute Infirmary. I don't know if you know there. I plead with you to go to Central Destitute Infirmary in Bekwai. Apia was taken there after 3 months. Maggot was eating Apia when he was alive. This is an accident victim. I came here to charge you. I'm coming from Kumasi. The woman's house, 5 children in one Voxy accident. All of them dead. This is an amplifier. The death of Charles is an amplifier. How many of us will be truthful to ourselves that we have even knocked somebody down and have fled, even by our mirror, and we careless to go back and go and check what has happened to the person? I am angry in my spirit, and that's why I said drivers should stand up. The birds were the last resort of killing.
All right, Reverend Cyril Crab, and I didn't some at a point talking about the fact that there are people was here discharge you more na ye bed no ma be move for now. Still now we will take you back to the funeral grounds. Na ma hwe hawa na ehon we sitie na ye tie ni ma men nsem a odi etudwa ye nko ne nsambra sisie. All right, and that was the scenes from a year Charles Amissah and a wufusuma ye mano ansana and the dre ye kopeno crabre na finally yenko tie nsem ono agasa ne mame edi tudwa because mame no nsem odi tudwa ne kiremu a her heart is shattered akoya rehosem because oba wawo no kama ye adwuma o promasido as an engineer na bibise yakwakoto no a wani tua senka ye betimi agye ne nkwa na ye se bed anase empake ke obeda so ne nke ya sustaining ne kakrampo ye nya bi amfa ama no ewo honom akoya rehosem amame no eka mame no na ode nanu di sem tudwa na akwakoye arehosem a the tribute ode man ne ba no edi ja no kwan no quickly no ye be ko na yakwa kotie ewo ehodom na we wake up call to your health sector because enche bia na yate se yama me Joyce Bow crowd in Sambia Babetu. I think say in our subsequent updates no and updates twice no ye de ebema mo a otiremu a in some way a hard drain pa e wo Ghana ha sei no bed syndrome na koya ade a ha adwen wo Ghana ha sei nti ye behwe na omo ahwe ho nsem e wo honom nti maame no e de e na wo ye squeeze no so no before I go hear video no o say my heart is shattered we ye Charles Amissah's mother ne maame e na de ensem we to the mother of the late 29-year-old Charles Amissah has poured out her grief in an emotional tribute describing her son's death as a devastating loss that no earthly compensation can ever replace. Speaking at the final funeral rites held at the Methodist Resurrection Church, she struggled to contain her sorrow as she addressed mourners who had gathered to bid farewell to the young engineer. Charles Amissah's passing has shaken his family, friends, and colleagues, particularly because of the tragic circumstances surrounding his death. According to accounts, the 29-year-old who worked as an engineer with Promasido Ghana Limited reportedly sustained severe injuries in a hit-and-run accident at the Circle overpass in Accra on February 6th, 2026. According to accounts shared by the family, emergency responders arrived at the scene and managed to stabilize him before referring him to hospitals for further treatment. However, it is alleged that he was denied admission at Korle Teaching Hospital, Ridge Hospital, and the police hospital before eventually succumbing to his injuries, a development that has deepened the family's anguish and sparked conversations about emergency healthcare access. So that is the update. And quickly, you know, yabekone akoshe someone mamena nkasa edi tudwa ewo ho ye ba na yabeto aso am ntie ye mamena and some more the two say.
Taking from hospital to hospital, and as each one, you were told there were no beds. No beds. While you needed emergency care, while every minute counted, while your life depended on immediate help. You deserved care. You deserved urgency. You deserved more time. You left me too soon, not because you had finished your purpose, but because the help you needed did not come in time. Yet, even in this pain, I hold on to faith. The Bible says in 2 Timothy 4:7, I have fought a good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith.
All right, so that was a Charles Amissah ne mame updates and as ne mame tribute or the buyer and ye koya ye kutie no arehosem ewo honom. Very sad. Ti abusuafo nyina ye mamu nyina shedding ene ya akokese pa ewo honom. Ye to ansem no so na ye de amamo na medinka de to manim ewo no bed syndrome yinsem ya ekoso e ma Charles Amissah efri mu ya ye say penifo do na especially people in the minority ehun sama baba to say bibi say parliamentarian bi anase obi a oye politician and a to na enke ebehu say ebenya ba bi ede na to na ekoye ordinary timamuni de akoye nsem bebre so we can still see on our screens videos no etwagu we na adwuma e form mo ne omo wo promasido omo na omo ato santene omo echia kama a very sad scenes ewo honom akoya rehosem enti on your screens so meka na say na dwumayefo ni bia omo ato sante na omo akochia ewo eyie no ase ewo ho so rehosem awehosem kese pa ewo honom edema Charles Amissah a ofrimu yayaya akwakoye asem ewo honum. So you could see on your screens ewo eyie na say na menka na say na dwumayefo mo an on your mo eye adwuma na omo ewo eyie ase omo echia ewo honum. And quickly no you call your next update so na ye de amamo. On this sad note no we'll move to our next update na ye de